Hello, this is my latest video. Again, another one based on Johnny's Ghost. This one here is called his Cloaked Floating Ghost. And the main thing here is, the idea is to take something that's static that we all have that's hanging from a tree or from your house, one of the ghouls or the ghosts, and giving it some kind of animation or movement. So on his, you can see his prop is built all of wood. He uses, it's not a reindeer motor, but it's something like one of those 5 RPM small motors. I ended up doing mine different. What I'm going to show you of mine is it's all PVC pipe again, but it's just some slight variations with a little bit more movement than this. And again, the main thing here is to just have the ability to take something that's kind of static and give it some kind of movement, which that's what I'm going to be doing. And you can see this is what his looks like, and I'm going to show you my how-to, first the build and then the final product. So I'll get started. Okay, so here's my version. First off, you're going to see it's all PVC pipe, 1-inch pipe. It's there's no wood other than what's holding. It's just some OSB that's holding the wiper motor. First off, what I did was down here, that's a 1 1/4 inch cap so that the 1-inch pipe sits in it, so that pivots back and forth. A great idea I came up with is, since this pivots and kind of cups, you know, as it goes up and down, this couldn't be a tight fitting. So what I did is, this is 1-inch pipe, and inside here is a 1/2 inch pipe that I attached there and then screwed in right here. And so that lets this actually pivot as it goes through. These are just some guides for it. Like I said, it's a wiper motor. I tried one of the reindeer motors, which have plastic gears, and man, once it skips in a rotation at all, it's done. And so that reindeer motor worked one rotation, it was done. So I'm back to wiper motors, which I think is a much better, safe idea. But one thing I did, like, I'm always trying to figure out how to get more movement out of one motor. So I'm going to turn it on. So this motor runs it back and forth, which gives a sway. But then what I did is I hooked up another bar, and you're going to see this bar here is going to pivot back and forth. I'm going to have a string going here. It's going to go through these eyelets. It's going to go up to the very top, and that is actually going to pull the arms up and down as it goes. So I'm going to turn it on. There we go. So you can see it's swaying, which that's this up here. It's actually 12 feet in the air. So it's swaying, but at the same time, this bar, you can see, is going back and forth. And so it is going to be pulling the arms back and forth that far. And it's actually going to work, I think, really well. And so I'll turn it off. So again, I've actually got 2 different things going on. Like I said, this bar here is the swaying, and then I just did another arm to this. There will be a line running through this, going through these eye bolts on both sides. It will go up through a couple pulleys, and so maybe in a month or so, when I'm all done with this project, I will show you the completed one. But again, the nice thing about, I think, this design I came up with is, in addition to just swaying, the arms are going to actually lift up and down, and I'm going to make my own prop with it being 12 feet in the air. Another thing I did too, which you can see right here, is I just put a coupling, because I'm learning as we go along that it takes a lot to store this stuff, so I'm trying to make it break down as much as I can. Probably, you know, the motor was $22 or so. The controller, I think that was like $3 or $4. You know, I've probably got about $40, I think, into this, with piping and everything at the most, which I think is reasonable. And like I said, I'm going to make my own swaying ghost myself. So I want to post this so you see the idea I came up with, as far as just a different variation of Johnny's Ghost one, and give you something to look at and maybe make. And probably a month from now I'll have it finished, and I'll be able to show you guys the final product. Good luck.